And welcome to the Raw Review. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett, Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, and pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a pretty good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's Raw and all the fallouts from Survivor Series or War Games.
Oh dear. I thought Christmas Day was the 25th, not the 1st. I was certainly given a gift.
Yeah.
Of this episode of Monday Night Raw. A bit of a breath of fresh air, quite honestly, after the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Even
the make good.
Yep. Back to basics ultimately. Like a bunch of new programs when loads of them were needed and done in a way that, I don't know, just felt like a very easy watch to me. A much needed reset for a bunch of the different characters. I don't think I'd quite realised in the build to Survivor Series. I had with the main event on Raw specifically, the main event scene, Punk versus Division brackets general.
Mm-hmm. Which we're still doing.
No, it's better now, come on.
It is better, but we're still doing it though.
Yeah, but it's,
strictly speaking.
We finally reached the purpose, thank God. Like
True.
It had all felt really rinse repeat for ages.
Yeah.
But I can't say that really about any of this. And
You can.
And it was...
Punk is literally still feuding with Division, bro.
Yeah, but come on, it's got a purpose now.
Yes.
Yeah, really refreshing. Pretty much across the board. Enjoyed this.
There was one thing on this show that I loved. And I think you kind of can guess what it is.
Is it that finish? That nicked off the books?
Well, no.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
All right.
I had a seismic wrestling moment for my fandom during this show.
I'm sure you did. I know what it was.
Do you, though? I don't think you do, because this has never happened to me
yeah,
before.
no, I know what it is now.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
I
And
know what it is.
Of course, stick around later for Gooner Comment of the Week.
New feature for attention.
That was seismic bit.
No.
Oh, good.
Although I am slightly confused by one of the comments that I need Sidgwick's help with. But we'll get there.
I'm always happy to help.
So a big recap of Survivor Series. People arriving. I just only mentioned this because Dom and Liv showed up in the lowrider. It's class. But we start out with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky coming out post-Survivor Series. And Rhea Ripley says, "G'day, Glendale. Welcome to Monday Night Rio." No, yeah.
Yep. Every week there's got to be summit. God forbid one of them just says Raw once. What was the brilliant Jey Uso one? Was it like
Monday Raw.
Monday Yeet Raw? There was just, how many can we throw in here?
I still remember one. I think it was on the infamously bad Raw with like Usi Hot or whatever, where Cole said, "Welcome to Monday Night Yard," as Roman Reigns walks out.
What? Every commentator immediately jumped on him. You f***ing idiot, Cole! Like Corey Graves would be like, did I like into the headset with Vince? Did I do good, Dad?
Did I do it? Did I do it?
Yes. So she talks about being banged up, but they won the war. It may have taken us some time to get on the same page, but we managed to come out victorious at War Games. But the fight isn't over. The Kabuki Warriors decided to betray my best friend here, Io Sky. I don't care how banged up I am. I don't care how broken my nose still is. We want revenge. And it starts by taking the tag team championships off the Kabuki Warriors. Io says, "Hey, Asuka, no one is ready for Rio." And so Rhea calls them out, but they don't come out. Instead, the former champs, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, come out instead. Alexa says, "Couldn't help it over here." Yeah. You wanted to show the tag titles. I'm happy that we put everything behind us and won War Games, but when it comes to the tag team titles, pump the brakes a little bit. Charlotte says, "If anyone understands wanting to stand up for your best friend, we do. But me and my best friend, we're the former tag team champions, and we never got a rematch." So Alexa says, "We're all about you guys getting your revenge on the Kabuki Warriors, but not till after we get our tag titles back." And effectively, they set up the main event of the evening, which is a match between the two teams to determine who the number one contenders is.
Yeah, fine, isn't it? not ideal that you set this up in an impromptu fashion, and even less so that you deliver the finish you deliver for that impromptu
Very
setup main event.
raw.
Unideal.
Suboptimal, particularly since Triple H was given it the biggin
Was he?
on something or other. Is going, tonight's going to be epic. We're just getting started. Hi, I'm the Game Triple H. Tonight's Raw, it's going to be epic. He used the word epic, and then epic.
It's fine.
Opening talking segment, impromptu match, dirty finish in the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
just lightweight, isn't it?
just lightweight fed
Very
crap.
little to this.
Lightweight fed slop. Oh, what's wrong with you?
I don't like that word.
I love how you consider it a slur. Yep. It like gravely offends you.
It's not on. We all like,
It's
we all like laughing a joke.
It's
on this
2025
podcast.
said you can't be saying slop.
But thankfully, yeah, we cut to the back. And anything else you want to say about that? No.
Well, what is that to say?
Yeah.
Now, theoretically, what does that say? Do I praise the delivery? I don't think it was very good at all.
Tensions between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley again. So
Yeah.
Is that an actual Mania direction again?
I don't know. I didn't think
Rematch of Mania.
they didn't do. I mean,
would that be the trilogy then for the WrestleMania?
yeah.
Would be, certainly would.
And then 1-1.
The second one was absolutely unbelievable.
Yes.
They
that
had a
was good.
really
It was
weird.
so awesome.
Like this, they had such a strange 2021 feud because do you remember the match at Money in the Bank that year when crowds had just come back and Charlotte got a bit overexcited? She was like, golly, y'all! But the match was brilliant. They beat 7 shades out of each other, but then because it was 2021, you were only ever a week from a Raw match that was diabolical. It was such an up and like it folded in Nikki ASH. It was like it was a mess at points, but when they were good and their physical chemistry, spectacular.
It is Charlotte's best chance of having one last great match at this point.
Yeah.
Was it 38 or 39?
39.
Oh my God.
Best Mania ever.
Best
innit?
Mania ever, yeah. It was an unbelievable contest, that.
So following this, Postman Pearce makes it all official. And then Ivy Nile walks up and insists she wants a shot at the women's IC title. And Pearce says, look, you don't need to sell me on the match. I just need to work out some of the final details. But you get first crack at Maxxine Dupri. And Ivy says that Maxxine can train with whoever she wants. It's not going to matter. She walks off. Pearce turns around and there's Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker. Pearce said, I don't remember inviting you to my office. Unless you want to reveal who the mystery person was at Survivor Series.
It's Austin Theory.
Heyman says he's guilty of many things, but not the mystery attacker. He has no idea who's...
What else you guilty of, Paul? Give us that list. Do one of your long rambling promos where he tells us what you're actually guilty of. I bet it's a long list.
He has no idea who's under that.
Deadman is guilty of giving me the greatest nights of my life. And also not paying me for 4 years. But those two things are kind of separate. Can't have one without the other. You got to break a few eggs.
If you want to make a f***ing omelette.
And while you're asking, yes, I would like an omelet.
I'm very hungry. Always.
Heyman tells Pearce, or reminds Pearce that Braun pinned the champion, CM Punk, at Survivor Series, and they go into his office.
Yeah.
For what was to come later.
Yes.
And following this, after a video package on the Punk Cena legendary feud as part of that interview series or interview that we're going to get next week, I think, after Raw, Tess just casually mentions, by the way, Punk's not cleared after War Games.
I kept meaning to bring this up when they show those Cena clips. He's wearing the UK-based different T-shirt in every city. Yeah. They shot all that like in April when he was a heel, and thinking like, you're screwing it up. Like it must have been like he's recapping his whole career and like the highs and lows and everything like that, and he must be thinking, when's this airing? Yeah, it's kind of like we've got a big rollout for this. We're hoping it does massive numbers on YouTube or however they're like distributing it. And it's like what do I want to say about this bit? They're screwing it up. Like, they're just going to be like, yeah, so I turned, and then there's going to be like a cut in where he's all of a sudden completely forgetting it's been perfect.
Yeah. Or he's like still a heel in the interview, and he's like, ask me your questions, you piece of friend, or something. I don't know.
Now, the plan all along for him was to do this rubbish redemption thing, wasn't it?
I I'm intrigued by the interview.
Yeah,
it's going to be...
Because you let slip, was it Van Vliet in an interview where he's like, the closest I ever came prior to actually them doing it to turning heel was 2012.
Yeah, he had all this stuff made.
They had like a lot of stuff made, like it was really far along, and then Vince was like, no. And he said like he loves the idea of turning heel and then being redeemed and all the rest of it. Hence why he was doing that melodrama rubbish after the Randy Orton match, was it?
Aye.
Ugh.
Well, speaking of John Cena, the semi-final of the Last Time Is Now tournament came next. It was Jey Uso versus L.A. Knight.
Yes.
No messing about. Straight away, Jey goes for a spear. Knight avoids that. Goes for the BFT. Jey gets out of that. And there's a little bit of a standoff. And then there's, when L.A. Knight hits a punch in. Whenever Jey Uso hits one.
Quite a wait between his punches when everybody's stopping to do that.
Uso hits a dive to the floor to take us to a break. When we come back, Uso fights out of a superplex attempt by Knight. They tumble to the floor, beat the count, get back up on the apron at 8. Jey kicks LA into the ring, goes up top, and LA Knight... I can't really about to say this. LA Knight evades the Uso splash and then hits a burning hammer for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 count, innit?
Weird, isn't it?
He's done it before, hasn't he? Or someone's done
Cody
a burning
did it
hammer.
for 2.
Yeah, that was it.
Cody kicked out for one, was it? The AJ match?
The AJ match in Paris. Oh, Lyon.
Yeah.
Lyon.
I can't remember.
Lyon. It was Lyon. It was just wild. Just a quick dwelling on the burning hammer spot. Like, what even is WWE anymore? I mean, I know it wasn't like the proper undiluted Kobashi vintage or whatever, but like they're meant to be like the storytelling company. We don't do those big fancy moves here. We do like good drama, pacing, showmanship, psychology. A burning hammer 2 count on a TV match. It's like it's become slop Hamflett.
No. Yesterday I made the point that LA Knight would look like, I think I said Bret Hart out there compared to Jey Uso. Like, he wasn't supposed to take that comparison that a lot of people are going to make and then think, not Bret, but which other legend can I take something from? Because it was going to be apparent that, like, people are saying I was a rubbish wrestler. Did you get less ugly? Like, it's his night.
Following that, off a burning hammer, Jey recovers and hits a spear off the ropes for 2. Goes up top, LA on the second attempt, gets up there and hits the superplex for 2. But Jey blocks the BFT, rolls LA up for 2. There's a super kick, a spear. Jey goes up top. Jey goes up top. Uso splash, but then LA at the last second, crucifix to Jey Uso. 1, 2, 3, as Michael Sidgwick called, LA Knight advances to the final.
I did?
Yeah. The old Triple H, Jeff Hardy deal, that isn't it? Oh, Jeff Hardy hit him clean with the swanton. Nobody kicks out from that except Triple H. He hooks the elbow. 1, 2, 3. Victory for the game.
Yeah,
I think.
Was it also Jeff where he was like, "Oh my God, Jeff Hardy's got this amazing victory over Triple H," and then Triple H did what, Sidge? Yeah, well,
every dog has their day.
Yeah, I'll have 364 days. You get
this dog can have 1.
This was fine. I was like pleasantly surprised with the result.
Me too.
I kind of wanted LA Knight to win, but it just felt inevitable that the Gunther Jey Uso thing was going to be the final. And it's a little bit of picking back up. We did talk about yesterday. I think you said it, Sitch. Have they just dropped that? And evidently they didn't. It was that Jey was trying to stay focused for War Games, prove himself a leader. Still sucks a bit of ash.
A tweet went half viral. You would have missed it, obviously. You're no longer, addicted to that awful place.
Trying.
Is it nice?
Yeah, but I still press X by muscle memory, and then that little login page comes up, and it's like, oh God, yeah. Like, it's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it is an addiction.
We try and keep you updated on the most important stuff.
Yeah.
It's very helpful.
Like, a tweet that got ridiculed. They were beating his ass in the quotes of someone trying to defend the eating during War Games spot by going, no, man, it's a story that he's taking his eye off the ball and he's not taking it seriously.
I loved it, but come on.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. But then you see, the character direction, maybe there's a little bit something to it. He's sick of clowning around and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'll reiterate what I said, and that's a problem with Triple H's booking. He makes me repeat myself because he's going to tease this out for another 2 months at least. I'm going to have to talk about how much I think the prospect of Jey Uso being a heel. It is a threat. It is a threat. Like, God, we'll get to the interview later.
You can do it now if you want.
Nah, I've got things to say about the match first.
Okay.
Because I've got the key. I've got the secret. I've got the key to enjoying Jey Uso matches. Now, this is not healthy, and I don't want them to go, these matches to go so badly wrong that they end up in injury. I'm not
Urban Cookie Eat Collective.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want them to go so badly wrong that someone gets injured. Like, seriously, I don't, right? But I've got a new method with which to stomach Jey Uso matches. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, a little bit of a button. Ooh, a little bit of a button. He's impressed. Because it's kind of... What are you talking about, man?
Ooh, it was funny for a bit, wasn't it? It was absolutely untouchable.
It was absolutely great.
What gets over?
Oh, yeah.
I liked it when he vaguely changed it as well. In my palatial estate, with a little bit of the bubbly. Yeah, you need to switch it up. Anyways, this is half of a soccer tangent. One of the cheapies are cheap thrills. One of the cheap thrills you get as a football fan is when that opposition goalkeeper is trying to kick the ball in a play, and it's called a goal kick, right? Okay, which is not the same as a goal, okay? Oh my God, it was a head goal. So a goal kick, so the keeper kicks it to like play the long ball, either to win the header or get the second ball, the goalkeeper kicking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one of the joys if you go live, something you do when you were a bit younger, and I fear that it's missing from the modern game somewhat, is you try and put the goalkeeper off, right? So when they do their big run-up, you go, hey, yo, watching Hebburn Town, which is like my second team. I don't agree with second teams, but it's my non-league, local football club, sports bar thing. 2 minutes away. It's lovely. Nice day out. Hebburn Town, it was 0-0. It was about a month ago now. 0-0, right? In about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And me and James were watching with about 40 other blokes just on the side. And we're this keeper's had a few wobbles. So I'll introduce him to this. And I went, oh, ah! And he shanked it the first time.
Excellent.
We ended up beating them 8-0.
He got on his head.
I think I might have got on that goalkeeper's head. So...
And I was younger, the one, as he kicked it on the goal kick, he would shout, "Twat! Your So there was a little bit of extra.
Yeah, a little bit of extra. So now, when I'm watching Jey Uso wrestle professionally, and I have to use that term because strictly it's true.
Strictly come wrestling.
In my head, I'm going, oh, wait, I'm
The Kaiser Yeats. Oh!
I'm watching out for this moment where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's the anticipation of not the result or the drama or the near falls or anything like that. It's I internally orchestrate within my head of when's it happening. It's going to happen. So I'm eagle-eyed. When's it going to happen? And for a while I thought, oh my God, he might come through this one, because my interpretation of this match, very little got sold. It was kind of very urgent. In some ways I'm thinking, have they nailed that this is kind of a do-or-die tournament match? Or have they decided, if we just go as quickly as possible and kind of get it over with, maybe there's ain't going to be time to think and overthink and botch. And then Jey Uso does a spear where he basically just runs into him.
Yeah.
He's still on his feet after he speared him. How do you manage that? Why is he so bad? Is he high?
Cole had to call the second bit of it and almost referenced it, didn't he? That was a spear. There was something like that.
Yeah. Funny. So that's the space. I like to wait now. I like to anticipate. That's what all wrestling is. It's all about the anticipation and the promotion. So now I'm promoting, in my head, the big Jey Uso botch of the week.
I love Jey Uso. He's like a better clown than babyface Doink, because he'll know that he's done something wrong. And then there's enough time in between him doing whatever is coming next where he registers that he's done that thing wrong, and his face kind of goes No, and like it's 6 emotions all at once, and then he's a fascinating character to study. I thought he was going to drill himself with the Prime hydration station today when he lived. It was really cool. Actually, it did work, but like I just thought for a second, there's 2 shelves in that, mate. You want to be careful.
Yeah. So post match, he sort of slumped in the corner, feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah, grumpy Jey Uso,
despondent. And then he was on the floor, started banging his head against the commentary desk, and then flipped out, chucked the stairs, as you mentioned, chucked the Prime energy drink stand, and stormed out.
If Jey Uso's upset at being rubbish, he's so upset at being rubbish, why does it take him this long to react?
I said it's the Peter principle, isn't it? You fail as far as you can until you can get no further, then you've got to try and stay there. He somehow failed all the way to the world title, and then he's lost it. Like, that's not how this works.
The what principle?
The Peter principle.
The Yeeter principle.
That's excellent, and I think we've done it before, and I don't care.
Do you want the interview from later here? Yeah. So later on, I think it was just after the Bron Breakker promo, Jackie Redmond is trying to catch up with Jey as he's leaving the building. Keeps asking him questions. He just ignores her. And Jackie asks Jey if he's got any thoughts on Bron Breakker becoming the #1 contender. He says he doesn't give a damn about Bron Breakker or the Vision. There's a lot of people in his head. They need to get out. The only person he needs to blame is the man looking back at him in the mirror. As a matter of fact, Roman Reigns said it best. Those titles look best on his shoulders, not his. That sounds weird. It looks better on Roman's shoulders, not Jey Uso's.
She's like, well, mates, it's Jackie. And
Jackie.
It's Jey Uso. I don't hate it. Like the Royal Rumble will be this. I'll definitely fix it this time. I've won the Royal Rumble before. I can win the Royal Rumble, right, gang? And then somebody tips him out, and then that's
the HBK.
Yeah, you can't do that if his life depended on it.
Yes, Wilbourn, my favorite Royal Rumble ever, as performed by Jey Uso. Imagine him trying to do, like Shawn Michaels, unbelievably elegant elimination. One of the only times that something is supposed to look so much like a botch that it looks real. Like Shawn, the master of it, the fingers, the whole deal. Jey Uso would botch that so horrifically and end up back in the ring.
He would, yeah.
Oh, save myself. Oh, God. Just flings himself over.
Imagine that happens and they're like, this is working, let's keep doing this. And then it gets to Elimination Chamber and I don't know, Seth Rollins is about to win. And it's like, here it comes. And you see the grate, and he just gets stuck. Like, they're trying to do the bit where Shawn slides it and then super kicks Taker. And he's just like, go, get out!
Shawn Michaels.
Oh, and it looks like Seth's won.
Super kicking Charles Robinson, whoever it was, in the Rumble when he just completely lost it. Like, Jey Uso just goes for it and misses. I was like, I'm finding it, I believe.
He goes to spear Charles Robinson, and that's how he eliminates himself. Bollocks!
Oh, well, we got where we need to go.
Jesus, like, this idea of Jey Uso. Like so I think the idea is, correct me if I'm wrong, Roman's better than me.
Yeah.
Do I need to embody Roman a bit more to get ahead and stay on top?
Well, this week was a bit like, should I just go back under his wing, wasn't it?
Wing corner.
Wing corner. It's a total lack of faith in him. So he's at least blaming himself. He's not. This is not like there's been a lot of these in WWE, so it's not that whole blaming everybody else thing. He's just accepting that he stinks, which I think a lot of people will like because it'll be cathartic for the people that have said he stunk all along.
I think
this could be all right.
Nah, it'll be rubbish. It's got Jey Uso in it.
Well, this is the thing you see. If you don't care that the matches stink at the end, the Jey Uso programs can be fine.
Yeah, but what about also the terrible acting and the interminable week to week, same old, same old?
Funny, isn't it? Like, we have a good time.
I don't know. I'm miserable.
You have to chop it up every week.
Anyway, what was next?
Somebody right now is nervous that they're going to be told you're eliminating Jey Uso from the Royal Rumble. Let's fight Jey Uso at WrestleMania. Drop me out.
Give it
Just the Gail Kim thing.
Give it to Jimmy.
Oh, God. That match with the roles reversed.
Why not?
It's the Jim Carrey bit, isn't it? Just when I think you can't do anything.
So, following Jey Uso flipping out after the tournament match, we see Postman Pearce there talking to Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Bayley says she's really enjoying this tag team thing. What do we have to do to get in the tag title picture, basically? And Pearce says, are you sure you're in the right headspace for the Kabuki Warriors? And Lyra says, yeah, most of the time she's good. Can we have a tag team match? And he says, look, we'll have a better picture of the sort of tag team title scene after the main event tonight. You're under consideration. and the Kabuki Warriors walk up. Asuka blames Bayley for costing them War Games because she didn't join their team. Bayley says, look in the mirror, you're the reason you lost. She calls them idiots. And Asuka's like, I'm a champion. What are you? Nothing. Look who's in the main event tonight. It's Charlotte Flair, not Bayley. And Kyrie very kindly gives Bayley a green steel chain before being shouted at by Asuka and leaving.
Like, something might come of that, I suppose. But I got a bit of a Fed used to be great, and now sometimes it's not even good malaise watching this, because Bayley and Lyra, in pretty heated fashion, had a tag title shot. It was a really good match, and they lost. And there would have definitely been a point over the last couple of years where it wouldn't have just been, right, when somebody loses, they just disappear for 3 weeks and then turn up asking for a shot. And a GM does a thing, and it's, that's right, it's moving on and that. It would have been, right, how do they rebound from the loss? What are the ramifications of the loss? Who can you find for them to beat to get back on track and then reach the point where they're back worthy of contention? It's only simple stuff, but it was brilliant for that. And that's just gone. It's just, they just disappear. Like, have them go away for a few weeks, use them on the PLE, and then bring them back and just ask in the GM for a match.
Yeah.
It's the same as the men's tag division. When there's an area of the product that nobody cares about, it's once again...
Give it Pearce till the end of the season.
It's once again become transparent just how little they care. Like, this was not the case a couple of years ago. Like, they were properly mapping out the matches that might not have even seemed important when you were watching, but that almost makes it better because you don't realise that what you're watching has ramifications. And it's just... They just disappeared him for about 3 weeks, didn't they? This New Day thing was the same. Was it next week? The Viking Raiders.
War Raiders.
You're taking the piss.
I haven't heard that name in a long old time.
In years gone by, this is how they would do things, and they've just kind of reverted to type. But in years gone by as well, like one of my least favorite eras of WWE, as opposed to now, which I hate. I kind of passionately, I hate it. There's one good thing on the show that I'm looking forward to putting over. One of my least favorite eras was that 2016, 17. I know it was worse in a lot of ways. No, better, in a lot of ways than 2019, which I've found it quite amusing. But the Stephanie McMahon, Mick Foley dynamic that didn't even end in a match where like they each pick a representative at WrestleMania, whoever wins, the constant administration of Monday Night Raw.
Shane, the new era.
Yeah, the new era.
Before even they split the brands, it was like they were going back to that sort.
But it was the Stephanie Foley thing in particular that I really, really couldn't stand because it was just her at a hectoring worse. It was Foley who was just like a sack of shit.
He got an amazing nick for it, do you remember? He would wear those like plaid suits.
Yeah, and he still looked like a sack of shit because of the way that he was portrayed.
Yeah.
It's just feeble, feckless little turd Mick Foley going, okay, Steph.
No payoff.
No payoff. Oh, it was dismal. Just the idea of like, did you ever bring fart, Mick? I remember that vividly.
Reveal the 24/7 championship.
Shut up, man.
3 years later.
3 years later, yes.
Yes! I was always a little guy in there.
Mr. Smorgasbord resides within. Just the
it's a Christmas
idea
miracle. It resides within us all.
of her giving Foley weekly performance reviews and like, God, I couldn't care less about the admin of the show. They're both obviously rubbish at it because it sucks. Yeah. They were blaming each other for it sucking. I'm like, I'll just do a good wrestling show and just not have... Anyway, this, I used to hate the idea because at the time I worked in admin, well, for a lot of it. And I worked here actually, but it reminded me of the times that I worked in admin. I'm like, I want to escape from like a job that you kind of have to do that what gives you worries and you take home with you and all the rest of it. This reminds me of constant wrestlers going up to Adam Pearce. Like they spent their week worrying about what their manager's going to say or like if they've got a pitch and they say no or whatever. And it's just, I don't want to be put into the mind of a wrestler going, oh God, is the boss going to accept my pitch or whatever? I've been through that as well.
Yeah.
Just wrestle for money and belts and the victories dictate who is. You know what I mean?
We would learn. We didn't know this when we were younger, and then the shoot interview sort of boom happened around like sort of the early 2000s.
Sorry, Wilbourn, that was a lot of swearing.
Right.
And we learned about how the process was going way back to the 80s. At TV tapings, the big pre-Raw, but then when Raw happened as well, the long TV taping, Superstars Challenge, Raw, whatever, Vince McMahon's door was open, and that was the talents one time a week or maybe twice a week, whatever, to get FaceTime with the boss. And obviously Austin and Rock were going to get the most and whatever, but ultimately you could join the long queue and you might spend 4 hours at TV waiting to speak to Vince, and then you would go in with your idea and he would either say yes, or he would do Jericho kind of the Jedi mind trick of like, no, and also I want you to do this, and then you leave thinking, oh great, that went better than expected. Then you're on TV like talking to a potted plant and you know, how did he get me to do this? You know, like,
I still remember in the latter days of Vince when was it Keith Lee was like, I've just spoken to that man and he's fired me up like no one else ever has.
yeah,
What?
your bear cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Honestly, it's a cult. They need to analyze what this company does to people's brains.
but that process of queuing to speak to Vince was the process for the longest time. And then they basically just introduced it to television, didn't they?
Yeah.
You were led to believe that was what wrestlers did at Raw. So sad.
It's crap and it's
So
crap
sad.
and sad.
Yeah.
And you've got all these like
Miz, I love the Miz. That man loves queuing to speak to a GM. He absolutely, like, he's made a career of it.
To him, that's like Portland in the early 80s. That's
Yeah.
just what wrestling is to him.
And the
Yeah.
office,
Yeah, this is wrestling heritage.
the office would have like historically would have right a GM's poster of choice, a screen with the show's logo on.
Like the next to the last pay-per-view
Yeah.
pick poster.
Suspiciously, a door screen left and screen right, so that people could go in and go.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. How many
oh,
walls does this office got?
It's more of a GM's corridor. If
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
oh, yeah.
That
And
now.
you never ever thought, I never once thought as a kid about the wrestlers queuing. In that
Yeah,
manner.
I know, me neither.
Once ever, because it would massively undermine my perception of them.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you someone who doesn't need.
Yes.
Tell you someone who doesn't need to queue, and that's Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
He came out with almost the rest of the Judgment Day next. Finn, JD, Roxanne, Raquel are there. Dom gets on the mic, says John Cena's the best. John Cena, he said, John Cena's the best. He's the greatest of all time, but I just beat the greatest of all time, so that makes me the greatest Mysterio of all time.
Doesn't it make you
And
like
I
the
mean-
best of all time, full
Folks,
stop?
where's the lie?
All of the above.
That makes me the greatest luchador of all time, the king of the luchadores.
Sorry, Wilbourn. Is he building? Is it him and has the Deadman got him and Rhea on the dotted line for
Maybe.
That's what they're building on the side here, and that's why we didn't get a Survivor
It's
Series.
been too well
Right.
tended to on WWE TV. They're going to do it in the Fed, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe for the AAA title, though.
Yeah. I got to get my belt exposed on TV. I heard rumors that TNA have got their own TV deal. What are we doing for old Mark?
What are we doing for old Mark Carraway, huh?
What are we doing for old Lucha Take?
Well, he's going to be even more annoyed with something I'm going to mention later.
You got
on,
Lucha
actually.
Libre in Mexico now.
What is that, French?
He's going to be very upset with something I'm going to mention later on, by the way, as well. Big announcement from WWE that we've referred to before, but they reiterated on this show.
Okay.
Where are we? He says, I'm the greatest intercontinental
Blue
champion of all."
Demon. I think you'll find he is red. And he's big.
It was more of a shade of purple.
There's a Demon Kane. That's the no Blue Demon. What the are you talking about?
Don't recall no big blue machine unless I brought my Azure Titan back to work.
And you damn Skippy that idea.
And I rode it home. Sharing a car with the boys at this point in my career. Decade of destruction.
Dom continues, I couldn't have done it alone.
And Rene Dupree can fill the back with gas. That man don't pay his own gas.
El Santo.
Carlito, fill my back up. That's what respecting the business is all about.
Yeah.
Paying the dead man gas.
Give me money. Give me cash.
Shoot cash, a creative area boys, and fill my Titan back.
And tell me who the this El Santo is.
And then, miss, you may change in the janitor's closet.
Undertaker's a sportscaster. Rest in peace.
I met the guy at a WhatCulture bid party. He's kind of dead, but I liked him.
Dom couldn't have done it without his boys, JD and Finn Balor, Roxanne, Raquel as well. Thank you, guys. But there's one person in particular I most definitely couldn't have done it without. Please welcome back Liv Morgan. And then the music hits.
Watch me.
Out comes Liv Morgan. She says, I'm back. I bet you guys didn't see me coming, did you? No. I know you guys didn't.
With a vengeance.
Oh my God, back with a bang. Jesus Christ.
But guess what? Guess who else didn't see me coming? John Cena. Woo, Dominic. Dominic says, you see, we knew that John Cena was going to figure out the Judgment Day's plan. That is constant interference. But once that failed, we decided to play the ace up our sleeve. I got back my two favorite things in the world, my Intercontinental Championship, and Mia Moore, Liv Morgan as well. Liv says, oh, Dom, I've missed this face so much. I've missed you guys so much.
6 of the days of the week, honey. Why can't you go and see? Like, I hate wrestling.
No Italian phones in recovery.
Yeah.
Raquel, it's been way too long. JD, Finn, Roxanne, I'm happy to be with you all again. I really am. But since I've been gone, I've been hearing some things about the Judgment Day. Judgment Day's weak. Judgment Day's lost some of its gold. I've been hearing that Judgment Day is falling apart. But all of that changes now because Liv Morgan is back.
Did they get cryogenically frozen? Or something?
It's part of the recovery, I think. It's what heals the wrestlers.
It's quicker, isn't it? Yeah. Judgment Day's back, and we're coming for everything that's ours. As of right now, once again, the Judgment Day officially runs Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God.
Oh, and Dominic, one more thing. And she slaps him. And there's like Eskimo kissing.
Oh my God.
I'm about to get to the Gooner comment of the week, so I thought it'd be a nice.
No, you didn't.
No.
So you got turned on.
A little bit, yeah.
Judgment Day runs Raw was like a comfy pair of slippers.
Yeah.
It was so great.
Say the line, Liv.
Yeah. I liked from this.
Headline of this podcast.
The arrival and this promo, I liked as well, in particular, the little evils she was shooting at Finn Balor, because that's not resolved.
Mm-hmm. Like, it was like, we're here when we're weak. I hear when we've lost gold.
Yeah. And the Roxanne. So it's just, this was really reassuring. I thought Liv Morgan was terrific here, but ultimately, I didn't want, because I was a little bit underwhelmed by the return, I didn't want to feel like a lot of, like fantasy booking you were instructed to do about all of this was going to be wasted just because she'd been injured all this time. They have picked up exactly where I wanted them to pick up. And then you got like, I think like the match.
Yeah, I disagree with the people who are saying like, oh, she should have come back as a face.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Obviously stupid. They weren't in a position to do the work to get Dominic ready for her to come back as a face. You get both.
They're both ready to turn.
I'll say this for the Survivor Series thing. I didn't love the execution, but I see why they did it, because they were chasing that first pop, and now they get another one.
Double pop. Yeah.
Him and like her and Dom, or whatever the split, however it divides up, you get another reaction and you get another sort of, I know people don't like him, it's kind of what it's about, capital M moment that like is a payoff to all of this. So yeah, I like this. I felt like reassured that whatever the original plan was before she got injured is right back on.
I've always been a low voter on Judgment Day. I thought Dominic didn't have his best night on the microphone here by any stretch of the old imagination. I don't know, there was just something about, where was that? He's just beaten John Cena in the penultimate match. I was expecting the most insufferable, obnoxious grin on his face. Like, he had a license to be the most Dominic Mysterio to ever Dominic Mysterio. And I don't think he even registered it or lived in that moment or was bragging about it that much. I know he said the lines, but...
Underplaying it a little bit for the benefit of the best pout machine, making her return?
I don't think so. I mean, it's penultimate Cena match and he's done him. It's Survivor Series.
This feels Jericho-y though. This is going nowhere. This is it. Like, I'm the guy that beat the greatest on the greatest. You know, like the...
You could do it at least once.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought it was an actual...
It was low-key for him, wasn't it?
Very low-key for him. I don't think his delivery was like that, but I thought, like, go bombastic with this. Like, sell it. It's WWE. I get told they do this all the time.
Purple balloons.
Not necessarily with the use of props made, but Nah.
But they're good though, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're good.
Oh, yeah,
This is the business.
It's a business. I thought Liv was only okay. I attribute that to rust. And did I get the sense here that Liv and Dom are going to be the heels in a split? Or, I'm stupid, it's going to go on for 2 more years.
I mean, they run Raw. They always have done. They've, it's the dirty secret of Triple H's reign, isn't it? Is that he's relied more on the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. And the Bloodline took him to the pay window.
Yeah.
But the Judgment Day is what he relies on to exist as a booker, basically.
Yeah. I just thought Dom had an off night.
But
Was
obviously,
outclassed by somebody else as well. That was less than ideal.
obviously everyone excited to see Liv Morgan back, including the new feature. Gooner comment of the week. So I was just reading people's takes on Liv Morgan being back. This first one, Sidge, really confused me.
Okay.
Right? I think you should always don't mess about on your phone when you're like at the petrol station, because it's just like Swiss writes.
So what's the picture of? Sorry.
I assume from what they're saying here, they're at the petrol station and they had Survivor Series War Games on their phone from what they write here, because Swiss writes, pumping it while watching it live was peak.
No.
What do you mean?
They weren't fueling their car.
In the gym, were they like, pumping it?
I mean, I don't know for certain.
I've done that. Watched Raw Rumble in the gym the other year. It's a good way to do 60 minutes on the treadmill because you can just hit the Rumble.
What I suspect is being referred to here, particularly since the feature is called Gooner Comment of the Week, Adam, is that by pumping it, they meant they were masturbating. Presumably came as well.
Right, well, makes no sense that.
I always like to clarify things. I like to be helpful.
Not at a petrol station.
So again, context. What image am I looking at in my mind's eye here?
What, the next one?
Yeah.
You don't really need to, because Daft Chunk writes, I would play Operation on her with my tongue. Someone's died upstairs.
Harder, wetter, faster, longer.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is it?
I don't know. Das Spunk.
Das Spunk.
Good redemption.
That is good. That's good. Face to minge.
Good.
Instead of face to face.
Yeah.
He loves that, doesn't he?
Discovery.
The final comment is quite the claim, by the way.
Robot cock.
Yeah. Excellent. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. The final comment is quite the claim, because the person who's written it is called the Gooner. The Gooner.
The Gooner. So it's like the final boss of gooning.
And I think it's right. I think sometimes you can...
You like the final boss, don't you?
Mm-hmm. You can sometimes get distracted by elements of something and don't really appreciate more subtle factors. And I think that's what he's going at here. Because he writes, I know everyone is giving the love to the boobs and the ass.
This is Marty Jannetty. If you love boobs and ass like I do. Sorry, start again.
So the Gooner writes, I know everyone is giving the love to the boobs and the ass, and rightfully so. But, sorry about this. But, can we appreciate that incredible tummy with a big fat load too?
Tummy.
She been tummy.
Who's this about?
Liv Morgan.
Morgan again. Okay, that tummy. I don't like it when they use words that kids use for body parts. It
Same.
really, really, really.
I don't like the word in general in like adult conversation.
Yeah.
Let us know what was the Gooner corner of the week. It's going to sit with that for a while, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gone down the wrong way.
Turn the tables on the wrong way.
Yeah. You got me mad now.
Got me hard now.
Yeah, fix that bar on that table.
Yeah, it's driving us nuts, mate. And I'm coming full force.
Yep. Right, we're at the moment I teased earlier.
Yeah.
The seismic moment on Monday Night Raw for me as a wrestling fan.
I know what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Something good involving Natalya.
Of course.
Never
Yeah.
thought I'd see the day. But Max,
Was it 11 years ago now? She had that one good match with Charlotte Flair?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, 11, just 11 years. Just 11 years. A couple of threes since. She's had a couple of threes since.
Mm-hmm.
so it's Maxxine Dupri training in the dungeon and, well, getting battered, basically. Really being put through the ringer, taking on opponents, ankle lock. But Natalya's, or Natty, I should say, I suppose, is yelling at her again. Natalya puts her in a sharpshooter, slaps her down, tells her to get out of the ring. But Maxxine yells again, and Natalya's like, we got you.
I can't believe they're letting Dupree in the dungeon these days. Seriously means something.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
It was well done for
Yeah.
for this kind of WWE vignette thing. It was. She's so good though. Why can't she?
Yeah. Funny that, isn't it? I feel sorry for Natalya in a way. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. She'd unlocked something with that Bloodsport Natty gimmick. And maybe they'll get a chance now, but there was enough buzz around her as well, and that's key to all of this, that they probably could have got something, like could have just put it
Cheat
there.
code coming out of Rage, want to.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Like straight on telly. Does this work? Does it not? If it does, then oh my God, how have you actually found a place for Natalya in 2025 that resonates with people? They're going to do it now, I guess, because the Maxxine will get the routine win against Ivy now, maybe one more, and then this particular bastard version of Natalya turning on her might be all right. You know, she claims the Intercontinental title as this prize that kind of should have been made for the whole time. It's not actually a bad story to tell. And it's also, she'll probably make a good heel to transition on to like whoever they've got lined up as the babyface to win it next. I don't mind this potentially if it's going the way it appears to be
I've
going.
seen clips of this fabled Natty, and it rules.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch full match, obviously.
It was. I was there live for the one at Bloodsport. And it was great.
She lays it in.
She lays it in. She shouldn't be winning a Bloodsport match with a sharpshooter. It makes less than 0 cents. But the rest of it was great.
Yeah.
Really great. So they set up somebody in the crowd. I forget another indie worker. She took a swing for so they could have a moment as well. It was great. Really good. She brought the energy to it. You know,
Yeah.
Looked motivated again.
I don't trust Paul Levesque to do something this badass.
No, he'll chrome skull it.
Or she'll get scared by Lily or something, like they did with Shayna.
Sorry, who?
Lily. I haven't got the thing on my... I'll probably have somewhere.
Everything's somewhere.
Everything's somewhere.
Don't tell anyone. But after this, Adam Pearce is there telling a referee in full view of the camera, go and spy on the locker room, please. Because he's not buying any of all this bollocks from Paul Heyman. He saw a picture of Seth Rollins in San Diego not wearing a sling. He said, no one hits a curb stomp like that and easily escapes the cage. Don't forget he's the same guy who faked a knee injury. Go and do some research and get back to me later. Keep it on the down low.
The old keep it between us.
That squeaking is driving us nuts. It's almost like we need a new studio.
Tag title match next.
It was all right.
AJ Lee versus the New Day. New Day jump AJ Styles before the bell, double team him. But Dragon Lee gets the tag and hits a step up Rana on Kofi, and then Rana Xavier off the apron onto Kofi and Big G. After a break, hot tag to AJ Styles, but he falls victim to a double team from the New Day. They hit a rocker dropper for 2, but AJ reverses the boom drop into a roll up and gets the calf crusher. Xavier comes in and breaks it up and chucks Dragon outside. Kofi gets a near fall with a roll-up holding the tights. Styles sends Kingston into a sit-out powerbomb from Lee for a near fall. Then Xavier comes in, hits Styles with a super kick, hangs Lee up in the corner in a tree of woe, and Kingston hits a drop kick for a 2 count. But Lee hits Kingston with a back elbow, and Styles hangs Kingston up, leant over the top rope, and Dragon Lee jumps off the top rope, double stomp to Kofi Kingston, who bounces into position to be caught by AJ Styles for a Styles clash.
Oh my God.
And then Lee takes out Woods on the floor, and Styles gets the 1-2-3 after the Styles clash. Amazing ending.
It's that Young Bucks have been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like obviously going to become a thing now that everyone's going to pinch a different version of. It's happened to the Young Bucks a lot. But it's such a cool effect. And Styles catching it in the style clashes is the new bit. And now there's going to be different ways in which people are going to try and nick it and adapt it. Like Taylor's old as time with tag wrestling in WWE. It's been more on SmackDown than Raw, but you sense with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee the problem is going to persist here now. And I'll mention the Young Bucks again, when the Young Bucks and FTR can have matches that sort of underwhelm a bit because the running, the storyline going into it is a little bit, or you're not really invested in the characters. When they can have a match where you're like, I didn't really feel as much as I wanted to for that. What chance do WWE mid-card tag acts have of entertaining you? Really, you've seen everything. You've seen all of it. You've seen every move. You've seen every cut-off. You've seen every hot tag. You've seen AJ Styles and all the millions of wrestlers influence, the Motor City Machine Guns, your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. There is so much tag wrestling that looks like this, and what's the stuff that you're talking about from 2025? It's Brodido and it's FTR. What's the stuff you're talking about from 2024? It's Fraxian because of their storyline. I know people will die on a hill for tag wrestling full stop, but it's just like everything else. Without that emotional investment, it's hollow and it's empty, and we're doing it over and over again. I feel bad almost. You can praise the finish, obviously isolated as a spot, but it is literally the only spot that I feel is worthy of isolating for praise because it's just this new thing that the Young Bucks have started doing that they thought we can do that as well. Every other spot has been done to death, 10, 15 years ago and beyond. I don't know. They know this. Tony Khan and Triple H know this, but you tend to get one good story at a time in all of tag wrestling, in all of in all the promotions, all 2 of them. Yeah, and it's just, what do they want out of me? And then you get the thing next week. It's Viking Raiders. Great.
I was like,
even more of that then. Are you joking me?
Joking.
It's just, I find it impossible to invest.
Amazing finish, huh?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Son of a bitch.
You're saying it's amazing
match
because it's a believable finish rather than a
I will say that it did look quite incredible.
Yeah.
It's just funny how
What?
Mr. Sports Entertainment buzzes off a Young Bucks spot when it's not the Young Bucks.
Oh, you want it on SmackDown last week?
Oh my
you would have
word.
seen this.
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix. No. We're just having fun.
You're a son of a bitch. You know that? It is odd though. Young Bucks, Spot Monkeys, doing too much.
People do that now.
I don't know.
It's like
I
an
don't
early-
you know what? And you know what? I really don't care. It's just I happen to be colleagues with one of them now, so it hits closer to home.
7 years after the bad faith corner of the internet writ large does it, Wilbourn picks it up.
Yeah.
I've been
sick of them.
hearing some stuff. Jackie Redmond's backstage with Stephanie Vaquer. What message did you want to send to Nikki Bella after Survivor Series? She said, I want to show everyone that when you betray Stephanie Vaquer, you get burned. She's ready for whatever comes next.
Betray Stephanie Vaquer, you get defeated in a pretty, increasingly not great match.
But then Liv Morgan walks in. Just wants to say she's back. Congratulations. She walks off.
Good. I'm not comparing the two, other than to say they were both recent world champions. I'm not making any other comparison than that. But we have just seen with Hangman Page that you back a chaser so much, and then if there's after the fact, there's just nothing really to sink your teeth into. You don't care much about the world title reign. Don't do that to Stephanie Vaquer and bring in Liv Morgan immediately into a view, even if she's not the right now for you. And there's somebody else built up for Stephanie first. Good, and I need to know that that's this. That's a direction, or that's a Liv wants to win the Royal Rumble, and Stephanie Vaquer should be worried because Liv Morgan wants a title back.
I think she should. The Rumble.
Who, Liv Morgan? Yeah. She goes in as a favourite, isn't she?
Yeah.
So.
Well. Then we found out Timothy Chalamet was going to be a special guest, but not on a Deadman's podcast.
Still can't get Timothy.
Cody Rhodes' podcast.
Well, the Deadman did wrong to Wonka.
I hear he's promoting that new ping pong film.
Ping pong? Tennis on a table? What's wrong with playing it on grass or clay?
Real G's call it whiff-waff.
I've been to Wimbledon.
What next? Football in a kitchen? But the lead is involved in this time. Jesus Christ. Who wants to see that? Not OT.
I will continue to boycott the WNBA. The good of the sport that I once played. That's right, the Deadman used to play basketball.
WNBA sucks. I mean, I couldn't even make it there. But, yeah, I'm a championship caliber wrestler, so it's fine.
Soon got rid of the WBSK. Didn't want none of that.
Never saw Michael Jordan throw a choke slam.
Oh, you think you're so good? What do they call it? Hang time? You ever seen something called old school?
Rodman might have made it in WCW. Don't think he'd have made it in the fair. Hanging out with Hogan, I beat him twice.
Speaking of that back, actually. You ever see when I drove around with Hogan?
Heard his neck was in the tombstone. That lying bastard made me sweat for weeks about that thing.
That is so funny, that.
He got me, brother.
He got me, brother, and he sells it backstage. And the story is The Undertaker tells it, and disclaimer, it's a professional wrestler telling the stories. It makes Undertaker. This is his words. Such a sad sack of because he wins the world title at a time when it's like they don't give this to anybody.
Yeah.
And people just don't just beat Hogan. I mean, the last person who did it failed, so went back into Hogan. I was worried. It takes time. But earlier than I thought. But my dreams come true. Oh, you got me, brother. And he's like stretch it backstage. He's absolutely fine. And there will be no dinner reservations. Floating. His family's about to date for dinner. And it's like, oh, I have to stick around to see if Terry's all right and all the rest of it. And like, you're going to take a saddest party celebration ever. I think he goes along. I ended up in Waffle House or something.
At one point, he had something banner saying, "Congratulations, champ."
Congratulations, take.
Just him and Paul Bear.
Oh.
I think I killed the golden goose. Hulk Hogan's at some actual party going, "Rah!" I look like D-Little Brown. He's just like,
Footage like a week or two later, and he's like, huh?
Yeah, it was this Tuesday.
He's on to the next lie. He's on to the next lie.
They were promoting this Tuesday in Texas. He worked and he beat him. Got the belt back. It's just like I wonder if Undertaker's in catering at Survivor Series and like Vince and Hogan are talking, and Vince goes, "There you go, Hulk. You know the business in the bit where we give him the belt to take." And it's like, "I'll remember that, Jericho."
He got me, brother.
Watch the footage, man. It's like he's taking him to a soft play. Like
You got me, brother.
An asshole.
I was thinking you're laughing like the metal.
Oh, God. Brother, you got me. Now I can only work 380 days this year. Oh, anyway.
Oh, God.
To do with his balloons.
Do you reckon Kane did like the helium thing? Like,
Not now, Kane. I'm not in the mood. In the Kane helium voice.
Yeah.
I was just trying to help.
I was just trying to help.
Helium Kane.
Matt, I'm really sorry, Matt Steele. He literally sent me an email, 2 days ago? Right, that's the list of bits done for the year. Helium Kane and what's his name?
It's the smorgasbord, of course.
Is that right?
Yes! It's going to be a ball bearer than the smorgasbord.
Kane's made him like a balloon animal. Oh, God. Kane's like
balloon casket. Is this anything?
3 of them. He's desperately trying to get this past the parcel on the cover. It's like, come on, pass it round here. Oh, stop the music. Stop the music. Oh, it's on the Deadman. Oh, great.
Oh, great. I mean, I do like a bottle of Jack.
It opens it up. It's a Hulk Hogan tape. It's really misfire. Paul, I told you not to get that. Get the best of the Undertaker. It doesn't exist, King.
So anyway, back to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Heyman takes the Vision out there.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Paul Heyman.
Oh, it's good, this.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to do some shout-outs. For some reason here, when he said, I want to do a few shout-outs, it always reminds me of when you watch the classic Rock, Austin, Limp Bizkit thing, and it cuts back to Mania, he goes, yo, big ups to my boys Limp Bizkit. And you're like, oh. It wasn't all good.
You just says that?
Paul Heyman says it at WrestleMania.
But they come back to like JR and yo, big ups to my boys Limp Bizkit.
I find that so awkward, and Heyman sat at that desk. Somebody should get out there and do something. We're just laughing. We're just laughing.
This podcast for entertainment purposes only. Everyone knows this.
That's how I am. My DMs are closed, so.
So, yeah, he shouts out Brock Lesnar. Shouts out Drew McIntyre. It was a pleasure doing business with you. He shouts out Bronson Reed for tsunamiing everyone in the match, so they were never going to win, basically. Shout out to the biggest mainstream star on the face of the planet today, Maverick Logan Paul. Shout out to WWE itself for listening to your wise man, because on Monday night, January the 5th, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, on the first anniversary of Raw on Netflix, your heavyweight champion of the world, CM Punk, will defend the title live on Netflix and lose the title live on Netflix to the uncrowned heavyweight champion of the world, Braun Breaker. Then he hands the microphone to Braun, who has
Oh my God.
quite a lot to say.
Yeah.
I am not going to do this justice.
Yeah. Hoorah! Hoorah!
A little bit, you know.
Braun says, I'm a little bit upset tonight. Maybe not in the same way as I'm going to say it. Not because of where we are.
Already above it.
Yeah.
What's that tonight?
Not because of where we are, not because of the hooded guy, Batman, or whatever the hell that was.
Great, that. Don't care.
Yeah.
Not many people, it's like only really kind of Steiner can get away with saying something like that. You're like, yeah. Someone who jumped the cage on Saturday and tried to ruin my moment. I'm upset, almost disappointed, really, because of how easy it was to pin CM Punk. I thought I was going to have to reach into my bag and find this courage, a different level of athleticism, a different level of going to a place I've never been before to face the guy that I grew up watching, that I heard about, heard all the stories of the greatness of CM Punk, only for me to stand across from him and realize that CM Punk is nothing but a soft-ass bitch.
And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
First ever Bobby Fish. About the thing that Bobby Fish was actually Fishception.
CM Punk is no different than any other veteran that's lived off past glories. He's no different than Seth Rollins being a narcissistic piece of garbage at the top of the mountain, holding everyone else down when really he should be worrying about the war that was going on inside of his own, and the fact his wife is a bigger star than he is. On January 5th, it's going to be a fight. But it's going to be a different kind of fight, CM Punk. I promise you, because on Saturday, you tried to break my neck. You tried to ruin my life, ruin my dream, everything I've ever worked for in my entire life. You tried to take away from me. So listen.
The NFL.
So listen to me, Punk. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm coming for your career. I'm coming for every good memory that these people remember you for. I'm coming for it all. And I didn't forget. This is for you, by the way. I hope you're watching at home. Remember last year at WrestleMania, backstage, when you came up to me in the hallway and said, well, congratulations on all the success, kid. Let's see if you could cut a promo with the big dogs now. Well, la-dee-da.
Mr. Punk, man.
Consider the promo cut, because on January 5th, when you're on your ass, with you looking up at the lights, and I'm standing over you, and they announce me as the new heavyweight champion of the world, you will look into my eyes with your beady, stupid face, and you realize you're not even close to the badass Bron Breakker, the real best in the world.
Consider the promo cut. Kind of got me off. This was excellent.
Like when you remember when the Undertaker chokeslammed the Big Show through the ring, Bron Breakker nearly did it with the microphone. He threw that thing so hard against the canvas to like illustrate his point. Put an exclamation mark on it. God damn! Like this was heaven sent for me. I've been saying this for a while now. It's not just a repetition of Punk and Seth. It's the realization that unless you want to include a 1 month Saudi Arabia run with John Cena, he's not had a blood feud this year, really. And the Seth thing was always this carryover from the comeback. And
it was always sucky as well.
And he's got it in a month. Like, this was so fantastic. January the 5th is now a destination. It's like, WWE are really good at making, like, it's a 1 year anniversary of Raw on Netflix. What is that really? Well, now it's the site of the Barclays Center and the world title and all that. So they've just created all of this excitement around the first Raw of the year. Brilliant. Straight away, destination. That's what you should do. Promotion, the prop stuff. All of a sudden, CM Punk looks like his days are numbered as the champion, right? And so far, he's barely even felt like a champion. It's a little prop piece of tin on his shoulders.
It's a Seth belt. Shouldn't give it to Seth.
Yeah, because Cody's got the proper one. And now, like, it's made him a marked man. And he's got to come out on Raw next week or whenever he turns up with the belt over his shoulder and defend himself about defending that title and what it means to be champion. I was as excited watching this as I was excited about wondering Punk's approach to the response, which again is more anticipation. Like if Punk's announced next week's Raw, then I'm going to be glued because I need to know what he's going to say. Is he going to like try and like use a bit of mind games? Is he not going to rise to the bait of mentioning AJ Lee or it's CM Punk? He's done this before. Bron Breakker hasn't. So Bron Breakker's allowed to just go like immediately turn the knob up to 11 and just be like, well, I'm going to say everything. I'm going to deliver it in my way. I'm going to scream it. I'm going to do all the escalation, by the way, was sublime of this. Like he worked at this. Like if he had practice in the mirror, like you wouldn't think so because this felt natural the way the anger was building and building and building. He was making his face go puce by the end. As I say, the launching of the microphone.
Even Logan Paul went, damn.
Yeah.
Like, and it felt like unscripted.
Totally. It felt authentic, didn't it? I was thinking it as well. Like Paul Heyman's smirk at the point when Bron Breakker mentioned the WrestleMania storyline, which again is that perfect. CM Punk stories can do this when so few others can. You can either think that this has been totally discussed and it was been dropped in and it's a nice bit of reality to use, or it wasn't checked ahead of time. And that makes it potentially more exciting because what happens when that happens when CM Punk's involved, Like, not out of nowhere, because they absolutely have built to this. We've talked to death, really, the potential of Bron Breakker this year, and then they've given you the Survivor Series finish to show you that it's on the horizon. And this was like Bron's big night. Like, I think home run for Bron. He talked people into a building that they probably didn't even need talking to. The hard work has been done because it's a project. It's a several-year project. But if this goes wrong, you undo a lot of that good work, and then it's down to Punk to almost like rescue it or get people ready. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Let's go. Can't wait for this.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, I saw from Bron Breakker, who has these incredibly awesome, explosive moments as this dumb jock wrestler. Finally, after years and years of me being sort of like, I don't see it. I don't really see it. I don't see it. I think everyone's just buying into the WWE hype. I finally saw it. I need to see this most weeks now. This total alpha, toxic, dumb jock, big cock. I'm the man around here energy. The confidence with which he carried himself was amazing. You could see him sort of like lose it and lose it and lose it more and more. Consider the promo cut, the rhythm, and how he'd arrived at that line was just so emphatic of like, I was just, my jaw was dropping at this dude. Just when he said, consider the promo cut, I was like, you son of a bitch. You've actually done it. You've cut that promo.
Because it was to sell a fight, wasn't it? It was a promo in the truth
big swing as well, isn't it, to say that?
Yeah.
Like, if you botch the earlier bit of the promo, you're like, what?
Inspired timing, inspired line. Didn't need to go very long. Ideal for its brevity, which is the key to everything great surrounding Bron Breakker. I thought he was absolutely fantastic here. One thought crossed my mind, the line about, it was a bit, I don't need to hear this year. I don't need anyone to say it anymore. Your wife's a bloody bigger star than you are, and she's a woman. And then I thought, you know what? First of all, I don't care. There's more than enough stuff to worry about than a scripted line than a goddamn wrestling TV show. And second of all, do I want my dumb jock meathead top heel in waiting being in any way nice? No, I don't. I want him to be this nasty young thug arsehole. I thought this was fantastic.
Like Punk could even say, you were right about one thing, you dumbass. My wife is a bigger star than me, but you're wrong about X, Y, and Z.
Ultimately, I don't care.
They can twist that however they want, can't they?
I do not care.
No, sensational. This.
I cannot wait for that match, and already I don't know who wins.
Yeah, there's a bit of me that's like I think actually Braun should win that.
Yep, like I wouldn't mind it. That sends Punk into the Rumble without a belt, you know, and ideal.
That triple threat could be on the table.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh my God.
It's all to play for.
You like triple threats, don't you, mate?
Mm-hmm.
Braun winning the belt gets you back to Braun versus Sammy, who have got the long-standing thing over the IC title, and Braun is suddenly the mountain that Sami Zayn can't climb. If you want to do Sami Zayn, for example, you know, winning the Rumble or a Chamber or whatever, I really can't wait. There'll be. I would imagine, like, unless Punk can't hold his end up of the deal promo-wise, and you can't see that happening, like, I would imagine that there'll be really rational arguments for both to win by the time the match comes around.
Following this is when we had the Jey Uso, Jackie Redmond thing, and then time for the other semi-final in the Last Time Is Now tournament. It's time for Gunther versus our boy Solo Sikoa. I love that.
Why are you mowing out?
It's Solos now.
All right.
R.I.P. Mo. Love Mo. Molo. Love Mo. Love Solo. They too are men on a mission.
Yeah.
The MFTs. A mission to save SmackDown. And so far, mission accomplished.
I only wore this today because I haven't got my MFT's Christmas jumper yet.
Understandable, yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to get one?
Imagine that. Like just 5 snowmen have all got the face paint on or something like that.
Does the JC Mateo snowman look like?
Just a Roblox snowman.
So yeah, Gunther versus Solo. Battle of the shoulder blocks early on. Sikoa finally knocks him down, but Gunther responds with a big boot that sends Solo out the ring to take us to a break. During the break, I should have mentioned, by the way, Solo wasn't alone there because he had Tola Tonga there, who trips up Gunther on the apron during the break, which allows Solo to take control. So when we come back, Solo goes up top, but Gunther meets him there. Solo knocks Gunther down, and Gunther just rises back up and chops Solo. Gunther hits a superplex off the middle rope. They exchange more chops and punches. And then there's a super kick by Solo, and he finally drops Gunther with a shot to the throat as we go to another break. Just as we're coming back from this one, Solo hits the spinning Solo, and then he hits Gunther with a hip attack in the corner. Wants another one, but Gunther bounced out with a huge clothesline. Sikoa backdropped out of a powerbomb attempt, but again, Gunther hit a clothesline for a near fall. He goes for the powerbomb again, does Gunther. Sikoa counters with a Samoan drop for a 2 count. Sikoa really wants the spike, and he spills it up so much like it's that, like a power move. Gunther just nails him with this huge chop. Flurry of chops. He sends Sikoa into the corner, but walks into a Uranagi. Sikoa comes off the top with a splash and a near fall. Crowd really into the match at this point. Again, Sikoa goes for the spike, but Gunther spins behind him and gets a sleeper. Sikoa makes it to the corner. Gunther drops down and suplexes him out of the corner, but in the process, the turnbuckle pad comes off. And as the referee's busying himself with all this, Tola Tonga gets on the apron. Gunther and him go outside, and Gunther eats a boot to the face. They want a double team, and they set up. It's so like, I want to get him. But, well, Gunther gets out of it by mule kicking Tola Tonga in the dick and smashing Sikoa's hand against the ring apron. But the referee...
He's caught them in the act of cheating.
Yeah.
But rather than Tola Tonga thinking, oh, God, I've been rumbled, it's kind of Solo who thinks, oh, like that. Not realising that's not the weapon that he needs to worry about hiding. They are banter. Like, they get it.
So the ref's still busy with Tola Tonga, and Gunther just realises this and goes, huh, and just kicks Solo in the cock and hits a powerbomb to get the 1, 2, 3 and advance to the final.
He's kicked ass.
This is really good.
Oh, God.
We said Gunther could be the perfect situational babyface for a Solo Sikoa type heel where there's a bit of MFT cheating, where ultimately Solo can be big, but also a buffoon, also a lummox. And you just got all of it. And they never really betrayed Gunther here because, like, what I loved in particular about that spot, other than the hide in the thumb, my God, that man, Solo Sikoa, the man that you are, like, was that Gunther just like mule kicked him.
Is he your favourite wrestler to watch right
He's
now?
way up there, like way up there. The MFTs as an act, way up there. Like, he just mule kicked him. Just a low blow. Like, Gunther doesn't need to yet do the right thing, so he can do the wrong thing and then the right thing, which is kicking some ass. Like, the comebacks from Gunther were so well timed here. There is a wonderful babyface running him in WWE one day, because the little teasers of it where they knew which way the fans were going to go here. They didn't even need to instruct them with the cheating. It was always with Gunther.
The bit where Solo was like, I'm going to get in with the swag.
Yeah.
And Gunther just chopped me. He was like, I'm a bitch.
Really funny, like overmatched and in over his head. Solo Sikoa is the best Solo Sikoa.
Not when he's got taller on the outside.
Well,
helping him out.
and then Gunther, like, it's not really a fire up. I was really impressed. He measured this really well. He didn't go like full John Cena in his comeback, but there was an angry energy to him. It was like, you prick, I'm sick of this. Like, bang, 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 dead. Loved it. Like, the chemistry was spot on. The booking was so good, I almost can't believe that they were going to go with Penta.
Yeah.
This was so well played, ultimately. Gunther's
Love
tournament.
His little glance. Oh, the referee's still doing that. Well, I'll kick him in the dick then.
Yeah. Gunther's tournament, like, this has not been a good tournament. I'm not going to go back on that.
Suck
Gunther's tournament has been a really interesting one. I wish the Devon Evans match had been better, because then you've got 3 really distinct matches on Gunther's path to the final. And LA Knight is going to be a different proposition again. And he's kind of like, not that he needed to, but he's kind of gone through almost like every version of the WWE assault course to get to the ultimate WWE guy in John Cena. A good Gunther story in a bad tournament.
I couldn't believe this. Came out of nowhere for me. The fact that in succession you got that Bron Breakker promo and this sort of like meaty hoss fight that had just enough bollocks to flavour it up a little bit. It's like the fight is good for a little while there. Like proper, actual pro wrestling energy, the way I actually like it. And I thought Solo had a delicate balancing act here where he had to come off, as Hamflett mentioned as well, like had to do that kind of clown stuff that he's become known for, all he's good for. But then he isn't, though.
Yeah.
There was, I know I'm speaking to the wrong people here, but there was a glimpse of a Solo Sikoa who could actually one day carry himself. Maybe it's a Gunther effect, and Gunther is so good, and I know he gets backlash among certain online fans. And there was a news report that we aggregated today that some people within WWE aren't thrilled that Gunther's going to be the one to wrestle John Cena last. But this is why he gets the opportunities. This is why he is like a champion, something like 75 to 80% of the time. This is why he's going to retire Cena. This is why he's potentially getting that big Lesnar match at WrestleMania. Like, he makes everything else significantly better than it actually is, and that they recognize that in him. But I don't want to say that would indicate that Gunther carried him. I think Solo Sikoa more than held up his end here. His facials, like, how physical of a threat he seemed to be. I had a whale of a time with it.
Do you want to join us when we come to preview the MFTs versus the Wyatts for the tag team titles?
No.
Because that's what's next for Big Solo and the guys.
And he's got an out.
Yeah.
I'd have won that match. I would have retired John Cena, but
We're going to hear about
bloody
that.
cheating. Can't
Yeah.
stand cheating. Me.
Was that on SmackDown?
It will be. His response promo will definitely be on SmackDown. I'm not doing a bit when I say this. This 3-hour thing, the MFTs are vital to this. They're a 4-seg act. And like 3-hour shows need them.
Even if one of the segs is just Tama going, yeah, till you're dragging on.
Good point, 5-seg act.
Post-match, by the way, LA Knight gets in Gunther's face and they trash talk.
Yeah.
Oh, Gunther's facials were good here in that post-match.
He shouldn't respect LA Knight, and then that becomes the match, doesn't it?
And he
Like,
doesn't.
Yeah.
I saw it in his face.
when sort of LA Knight burning hammers some respect out of him. That could get somewhere,
We'll see.
couldn't it?
We'll see. We'll
That's
preview it.
SmackDown, yeah.
Yeah, it's on SmackDown.
I won't preview it then ever, unless he's off.
You'll catch up next Wednesday.
And
with
then
it.
even when he is off, he's like, it's off on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Should we preview SmackDown on Monday? Yeah. Okay.
And everybody's so happy with the arrangement.
Yeah.
After this, sorry, just checking. The old spy hasn't found anything.
Yeah.
Eddie Orengo's like, no, I got nothing. And this is when AJ Styles walks up, and he's seen Seth walking around with no sling on. And then they were like, yeah, let's face the War Raiders. What? Okay, next week. That's what we're getting. As well as Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor, because Jackie's there with Rey. Where's your head at preparing for this match with Finn? I don't know why it's funny hearing him say. I know he says it a lot about his son. Main issue with my bastard son, Dominic.
Funny. Doesn't usually have much comedic timing, Ray, but this popped me.
Yeah.
Look, if you're going to keep hiding behind the Judgment Day, I'll go through them one at a time. Would Ray want another shot at the IC title? Ray says, good possibility. Then Logan Paul walks up, says, just on my way to my private jet. I can't help but overhear some crazy talk. Ray says, you might be the one person in the world that's a bigger race than my own son. Logan says, whoa, I'm a great father. You're a deadbeat dad. The IC title belongs to the Vision. He's giving Ray a warning. Step down. Ray calls Logan a pendejo. Logan says he's going to retire Rey Mysterio. Ray slaps him, and Logan gets held back. Says, you're going to pay for that.
Might be something to that. Are they thinking WrestleMania?
I was.
Like, it's Logan's first match was against Mysterio's, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, because back then he showed more instincts than Dom. Dom
Yeah,
had been out a couple of years.
Could have Buddy Matthews as the swerve in the Prime bottle. Because obviously he's dating
Of course,
daughter,
yeah.
isn't he?
We need somebody in the prime bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got that weird guy, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
You can't do.
Oh, no, I claimed it, didn't I?
Oh, you're going to be in the
I
prime bottle.
tweeted it. I
next time.
shotgunned it last year, I think.
That's how that works.
It makes sense, actually, because we've got a lot of crossover. Ian Ray,
How
old
did
friends from
Mr. Beast get to
WCW?
be as big as he is? My kids, mercifully, the youngest never got on board with it, and my eldest kind of just grew out of.
Yeah, he's a
Mr.
fad,
Beast.
wasn't he, Mr. Beast? He's gone
Honestly,
now, right?
like-
well,
He's doing all right, yeah.
He's
Kid
got,
did,
yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah.
He's got like no charisma or like charm or presence. He's like dead-eyed.
I think he just worked out the algorithm, maybe.
Yeah, no. Like it's more. It's like the Kevin Dunn cuts. It's like if you're a kid watching that, it's like every video's Gabbo, because there's one where they do it's a Mr. Beast tangent, where like we tasted the world's most expensive food. It's like a 9-minute video, and like they show you 10 seconds of like Wagyu steak covered in gold. It's like, oh, right, okay, well, this is quite good. Then boom, on to the next thing. It's like, I would have looked at that for 2 more minutes. What could possibly be next?
yeah.
If you're only resting on that for 10 seconds while you're off to the next restaurant, I must watch the end of this video. How good must the stuff be at the end if you're only spending 10 seconds on this $60,000 pizza?
The cash related stuff was the easiest but sort of smartest to him, I guess, wish fulfillment things as well. The situations where they were just literally giving away money, but then the videos were doing such monster numbers they were paying for themselves. So it's like, imagine if you went in Asda and some weird guy off the internet with dead eyes gave you $1,000. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like, thanks for the $1,000.
That's the price.
That's beast price. Like,
I've seen a bit of is it Beast Games on Netflix?
yeah, he just paid for his own Squid Game set,
Yeah.
and then people wanted to play, obviously, and did.
Is it better or worse than Takeshi's Castle?
Nothing's as good as
Exactly.
You can get your picture taken with $1 million, can't you, in Las Vegas? They've just got
Yeah.
$1 million in a box, and you can go get your picture taken with it. It is, it's like, well, it's £1 million. It's me in the cage. Mr. B saw that and thought, YouTube channel and like never-ending billionaire wealth. I think I'll have some of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just getting back to me in the Prime bottle. Split loyalties. Obviously, Ray, good friend from WCPW. Thank you very much.
Best friend, some would say.
Yeah. And
Do you think he's ever thought of his sins?
I think he goes back and watches on, was it WhatCulture Extra, that interview we did?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
One of the like OGs with Colton on the podcast. And there's Colton and Rey Mysterio. There's 2 listeners.
And obviously Prime's delicious and feed it to your children.
Imagine Rey Mysterio's been getting billed for WhatCulture Extra for a decade. I'm going to do content on this thing. I'm going to cancel. His wife's like, you're not going to cancel this. I know.
I just love listening back to the old SmackDown synopsis. It's alliteration. You realise that? Raw review? No, Raw recap, wasn't it?
Raw
Sorry.
recap.
SmackDown synopsis, and then there's a period where they put me in one podcast altogether. I know, Ray. It's all you talk about is WhatCulture Extra.
Right.
Get over it. They're never going to have you on.
Main event time. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus...
Rey Mysterio is welcome on the podcast. There. We finally answered.
Versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Early on, Charlotte accidentally boots Rhea to the floor. After a break, Rhea had Bliss in a submission. Bliss escaped, but then Ripley accidentally collides with Flair and sends her to the floor. Sky hits Alexa with a flapjack. And then Rhea and Charlotte come in and they square off, exchange some forearms. Flair, am I right in remembering this now? It's been a while since we watched it.
It's been a while.
Was this the bit where she was hitting chops and then like trash talking and like...
Yeah. But the thing is with Charlotte Flair is that she's obviously told them I'm going to do this. So just wait while I do it. And then like the trash talking lasts 4 hours and the poor victims there. You victim! You said wait, but I was expecting like one like sort of asshole chop. And she's like reading her entire Wikipedia at them. And here's why I'm the queen. I've won extra titles. And blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm not supposed to stand it. Yeah. Taking the piss, Charlotte. It's like that new thing she did it in War Games. There was no place for this, let alone War Games. You know, like forward spring cartwheel clothesline she does, and like she did to Asuka in War Games. Asuka has to go like, while Charlotte like sets herself up. Takes ages.
But they gave
just
crap.
Funny.
You told people suck it, so...
I've come all the way back around on Charlotte now. I like when she does that. There was a period I was like, I think we've had enough.
Yeah.
It turns out I must have burped it through because I'm ready for a bit more of it.
The old strategy. I'm just scared she's going to turn around at one point and turn around and say to Alexa, I don't need you anymore. She's got history of doing that.
She turns around at her and she's like, well, it fits me in the first place.
Why are you underwater? Anyway, she was taking so much time. Yeah, that's why I'm the best than the queen. Ripley ducks a chop and hits a headbutt. But Charlotte sends Rhea into the turnbuckle, but walks into a kick, and we go to another break. Charlotte, when we come back, hits Io and knocks Rhea off the apron. Io hits a running meteor on Charlotte. Rhea wants the razor's edge, but falls over. But then she gets up and gets it a second time. Sky hit a top rope drop kick. Rhea wants Riptide, but Flair counters that with a DDT. Alexa comes in, another DDT for a near fall. She wants Twisted Bliss, but Rhea gets her knees up. Flair and Sky come in. Sky gets hit with natural selection. Bliss hits Sister Abigail, but Ripley breaks up the pin.
Oh my God. Is that the one where like they took all of 1 second? Rhea and Charlotte just refused to, Charlotte was like, I'll get it. And just immediately, it's like, do the struggle until like 2.5, and then just before 2.9, fall into the pile there.
Oh no, I think this was that might have been the...
Is that a bit later?
Yeah, immediately after this.
Nick put cover break.
Yeah.
That's all the time, isn't it?
I know.
I'll get it.
Just wait until 2.5. There's no drama in it otherwise.
Yeah, Bliss wanted her Sister Abigail on Rhea, but she escaped, headbutt her, and hit the Riptide. And Sky hit a moonsault, and Flair tackled Rhea into the pile to break it up.
It's like no suspense whatsoever.
But with everyone down, out comes the tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, to attack Charlotte Flair.
Buddies.
They send Rhea into the ring post. They're about to attack Io when Lyra Valkyria and Bayley run down. Lyra drop kicks Kyrie on the floor, jumps up on the announce table, but Liv Morgan appears, takes out her legs on the table. There's Roxanne and Raquel as well. There's a Tejana bomb to Asuka, pop rocks to Bayley. Roxanne and Raquel grab the tag belts, and then when Liv gets in the ring, Roxanne hands it to Liv. Liv says, no. You hold it. And she holds their arms up, and they stand tall. The Judgment Day rule Raw to close this show.
The Judgment Day bit worked for me. And I suppose I can give something of a pass to them actually following up with this Bayley and Lyra thing by trying to get themselves back in the mix. That's better than simply getting in the queue. Getting in the big queue to the GM's office, but, you know, it's still very...
It's a trope on top of a trope, isn't it?
Yeah, still very transparent. Io Sky, right? Michael Cole annoys you now by telling you ad nauseum that she's the best wrestler in the world. And I'm not just saying in the women's division, Corey. Like, he says it all the time, right? And it has that effect where you think, right, well, everything he says is a lie, so she can't be. Like, good snap still to everything Io Sky does, always, right? She's lost nothing, really. All of that said, I think Rio might be the most overrated act in wrestling this year.
Thank you.
And like Rhea Ripley is a megastar, and
Superstar.
I think all of these things can be true. She is this relied upon top star at this point, gets the big pop when the music hits, probably closes house shows if they still had them, all that kind of stuff. Io Sky's work like absolutely holds up when it's never mattered less. So you watch some of the stuff she was doing in War Games, it still connects, it still looks real, it still looks like you're in a fight, whatever. You got that here. Like, they're a crap tag team. The chemistry feels fake. I'm kind of sick of watching them be mates. Like, they make me cringe. I think it's a fumble. I think it's a real fumble. They worked and worked at getting
another one.
They worked at getting them to be rivals that gained mutual. It's one of my favorite things in wrestling when they have fought so much and you buy the fight so much that you realize why they, respect forged in combat, all that sort of stuff. Like, and then when they finally put them together, they're these two dribbling dweebs. Like, I really, really don't like them as an act together. And I can completely acknowledge
cringe first.
Yeah, and I can completely acknowledge why they are where they are as well. But I don't enjoy watching it. And this match was just a match.
Compounded by the fact that Liv's back as well. Out of the way, you.
A little bit.
When it was passable, the match was just a match. I've already pointed out some of the poor work. The finish was just fed finish. And I'm with the Hamflett, like, it must be bad for him to think this sucks. Because I think it all sucks. Does this noticeably suck more than the other things that suck? Yeah. It's like, it's so forced. Like, the camaraderie just doesn't feel like... maybe they're friends in real life. I don't know. Nor do I care. But on screen, it just... Rhea Ripley, overrated for me. Generally.
Well, let us know your thoughts on that and on Raw in the comments section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there, you can follow all four of us. Sort of. You can follow Michael Hamflett at...
Michael Hamflett on Cameo, hamflettx@gmail.com.
Follow Michael Sidgwick at...
M. Sidgwick.
Follow our producer, Adam Nicholas, at...
It's Adam Nicholas.
Follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. We'll be back later on today to preview NXT, but for now, it's been the Raw review. My thanks to Hamflett, Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.